Today is May 5th, 2023. We are video inspecting the basement fireplace. It is a 13 by 13 flue. Approximate height will be given at the end of the video inspection. Invoice number V7871. We do have some spalling, which is some deterioration of the flue tile. You can hear it kind of flaking. Yeah, that's all flaking terracotta. That's pretty much, that's what it is. It was just flaking off. You have a crack right there, going right down the center. So we do have some deterioration at the first course of flue tile. And you can see it better there. You can see all the basically blistering of the flue. You have a pretty big hole right there. You can see you got a large cavity right in here. So that first course of tile is in pretty bad shape. We'll clean all that up as well before we go. Second course of flue tile has the same issue. You do have some blistering in the flue all the way around. Do have another gap. So basically how they build these is the terracotta usually about 18 inches in length, and what they do is they'll set the terracotta, they'll run a bead of cement, and then set their next one until they get to their desired height, almost like you're building a big sandwich. So what happens is you're supposed to put cement in between each joint. We call them mortar joints. In each joint you're supposed to fill it with cement. Now sometimes they'll only put it in certain areas, creating a void on the other end. Sometimes they won't. They'll put rocks in between there, so they never really, it all depends on the contractor, but sometimes we see some pretty wacky things here. Okay, so it looks like we have another crack right there. Let's fix the focus. Right there you have another break in the flue. Along with a gap right in there. They didn't fill that in as good as they should have. With a stagger. It's 10 feet down. Some signs of moisture there. The bricks possibly just being porous, and just all it takes is a gap, and the water can actually start to infiltrate the interior structure. So you can still see daylight, so that's a good thing. Still got daylight present. These scratches, those are not cracks. So now we start to make a little bit of what we call an offset. You can see the chimney actually starts to bend a little bit here. So before we were able to see daylight, now what has happened is it kind of kicks over on you. So we call that an offset. here. Offset is present. We're now entering the smoke chamber. It's a pretty drastic offset here. We do have some gaps. Smoke chamber is completely unparched. Here's your offset. You got a gap right there. Let's get this copper over here. You can see exactly what's happening here a little bit better. Big hole right there. That's a pretty big guy. So the smoke chamber has some defects. We do have some gaps, holes. The area is unparched. We also do have a pretty drastic offset present. The flue tile to flue tile, start to finish, is about 17 feet. The other remaining 3 feet is the smoke chamber. And that concludes the video inspection for the basement fireplace. Defects have been observed. Further recommendations are to follow.